always have our emergency kits ready, right? Well, I know many of us think, oh, that's just the sight of that tornado makes me nervous. We have the most incredible product here. I just bought this because last year during Irma, did not have a generator. I wished I did. I didn't want to spend $1,000 or more, and I mostly didn't want to deal with gas and oil and trying to figure out how to crank that thing to even get it up to work for me. And then look what came along, the EcoFlow tech. This is the River mobile power station. Comes with the carrying bag. But the thing about this is, in spite of how small it is and how quiet it actually is, you're gonna notice there's 11 different electronic devices connected at the same time. Even a little mini fridge. Some of the most powerful things that you want power for during anything, whether it's even a tailgating party or going on the boat or going to the beach for the weekend. This can literally give you power and power up things that are way beyond your cell phones and your digital cameras and your headphones and things like that. We're gonna show you how it works with my friend Justin, who is here, and I'm so excited about this. We had this together last week. It sold out. We were able to get 200 more in our inventory, and from what I've been told, Justin, this is the last time we're doing this at a summer price, meaning a $60 savings for our customers.
That's right. It's an incredible deal, but it's something that's so necessary because, like you said, disasters come up upon us, and we're just in hurricane season. So, disasters, they don't plan, but the best thing that you can do is that you can plan. Some of the most overlooked things that we tend to forget before, during, and after a natural disaster is power. We think about shelter and food and water, but what happens in those days after the natural disaster is we don't have power. So what we have here today is the EcoFlow River. We have packed an industrial amount of power into this battery-powered generator. That's right, it is a generator that is going to enable you to power things that your traditional gas-powered generators will power, and it's also going to give you the ease and portability of your traditional power banks. Although with 116,000 milliamps, this is going to be nearly 40 times more powerful than those smaller power banks, and it's not going to give you all of the noise and the toxic gas fumes of your traditional gas-powered generators. There's 3 ways to charge it. It has all these different ports you can charge, like Callie said, up to 11 things at any given time. You got your DC output, your 2 USB-C ports, your 2 AC ports. You have your 4 fast charging USB ports that we've all seen to, charge your tablets, your phones, all that necessary stuff that you need to power through. And it's going to have that nice, easy to read display there that's going to tell you exactly how much battery, how much time you have left, and your wattage consumption as well. Why is that important? Because many devices, they'll just, they'll run out your battery, but this right here, you're going to have plenty of notice so that you don't lose any time when you're powering your devices. So let's just start plugging some stuff in here and see how this thing works.
Here's what sold me, and I did. I bought this last week. I got this 5 days ago because I didn't want to feel the stress that I did last year when we had to deal with evacuating with Hurricane Irma. I don't want gas. I don't want oil. I don't want anything that's going to be loud and dangerous in my garage. And this is so safe, and the fact that it's got so many different ports. We're going to show you how you can even plug just a regular lamp into this because of the ports and that accessibility. But okay, watch this. And I know Justin went through the milliamps, and some of us are like, I don't even know what that means, myself included. But 116,000 milliamps, that gives us 40 times this amount of power as those little chargers for our phone, right?
That's right, Callie. So it's 40 times more powerful than those. And like a gas-powered generator that's nasty, stinky, expensive, and smelly, they can only charge 2 or 3 things at one time.
It's true.
But this will be able to charge 11 things. So watch this. You want light, any of your household devices that you can go ahead and you can plug in right there in those AC adapters. We've got light, 100+ hours of light. That is so important right after a storm. You'll have over 4 days of light if you need it, right? Right after a storm. Or if you want to go out camping. We just plugged in our mini fridge. That's this right here. So here's your mini fridge. Let's go inside here. This is going to charge that as well. We can keep our medicine cold. We can keep our food from spoiling. Cold water, it's so important to keep our animals comfortable as well. Don't forget about the animals, the kids. Now watch this, Callie, too. How hot is it during, right after a natural disaster? We need fan, we need air conditioning. So let's turn this around. Let me show you again one more time. These are your AC outlets. You can find these on your wall around the house. Anything, your medical devices that you can plug in there, just about anything, you can plug into these as well.
I love that it has 2 of those ports. I don't think generators have anything like that.
Generators don't. So we're going to plug this in. You can see our fan running right now. So, you know, also with our speaker right here, we need weather reports. We'll go ahead and plug that in. And you see the EcoFlow River, it enables us to power through that with ease.
I'm telling you, it is so much more powerful than, even though we're calling it a portable charging station, this is like a generator replacement option. And I must say, probably at half the price. And don't you remember last year how once the hurricane started coming, it's like everything that you needed was off every shelf. They didn't even have them as an option, even if you wanted to spend twice the amount of money on a generator.
I mean, you know, every time I always say, I'm going to be more prepared next time. And the next time comes and I see the reports of people fighting at the hardware store over the generators. I don't want to get in that mess.
I don't either.
But now with the EcoFlow River, I am ready for those just-in-case moments. I have this. It's going to hold a charge for up to 12 months if you just leave it and forget about it, but you can have it inside your house. Let's go on over here, and I'll show you a couple other things that the EcoFlow River does as well. So let's say you work in construction, you're a handy guy. You can take this from the office. You can take it out to the construction site. Your kids right here, they're going to be able to plug in all of their devices. But let me show you something pretty amazing right here. We're going to turn this around. We're charging our remote control car, but let's say we want TV, right? Who would have thought that the EcoFlow River is going to be able to power our television as well?
And
are you ready for this?
It's not just the TV, but I know a generator probably couldn't do that because it doesn't have an outlet like this either. And this is that powerful that it'll power up our TV and 10 other devices. It amazes me. Every time I say that, that's like a super powerful little unit right here, and it comes with the carrying bag.
That's right. So you see our TV just came on, and we're going to plug in a power tool. So watch the power of this EcoFlow River. You know, it's unprecedented. It's one of a kind. So I just plugged in a super powerful power tool. So if I have anything that breaks after a storm, or I just want to go to the work site,
this is powering the drill, the little thing, the TV.
The remote control car.
One of those. The drone, like it powers up batteries for the drone all simultaneously.
So it's going to power, like you said, drone batteries. Why is that important? Because this is really popular amongst drone users because it's going to, these drone batteries, they're about $300 or $400. So instead of buying 5 or 6 of those when you're out in the field, you just take your river along, you throw it in your bag. There's no assembly required. You get this home. It's not like you have to put it together. You don't have to sync it up with anything. It is a battery powered generator, and you're going to be able to power all of your devices that you need for a very, very long time. Days at a time.
Days at a time, and we'll go through that. This is everything you're receiving in your package, by the way. The most important is the power station, AC wall charger, a car charger, a DC cable. They're all included. You get a set of DC tips and the USB Type-C cable. So with that, I know that, in fact, I'm gonna make my way over to Justin, but he also mentioned that if you wanna power this back up, there's 3 different ways that you can recharge your power station. Let's talk that through.
Yeah, so the 3 different ways that you can charge the power station is, one is going to be through the wall, right? Typically one is also going to be in your car, and then one other way you'll see down there at the bottom is going to be through a solar panel, which I'll show you in just a second. So we do have that solar panel, and that is going to allow you to be off the grid, because what happens when those gas generators, when they run out of power, or when they run out of gas, when I was during Hurricane Irma, there was no gas to be found within 10 miles
that is so true.
of my house. So this would have been perfect because I don't have to wait on the power company. I don't have to wait on the gas stations to refill. I will get myself the solar panel, and I will be able to charge my river and still be able to power all of my devices without ever even needing to rely on the power company or the gas stations.
Okay, and by the way, I know we did have white. White is sold out. We have the black. I got the black. Mine's going to be there, I think, tomorrow. I checked my my order. I just feel better knowing I've got this. And watch how much power it has. That's the most important thing that we want to stress to you. Not to mention, it's $60 off right now for the very last time. Next time we see this on the air, it will not be this low of a price. So you powered up the lamp.
So I have the lamp going. And Callie, one other important thing. This is how my wife and I have it set up at home. So this is it's a power station right at home. So you don't have to have all your wires tethered from all the walls. You can have it here. But here's one important thing. You see this right here, Callie?
Yep.
Sorry, this is our router. So what that means is that just because you lose power, it doesn't necessarily mean that you lose internet. So what happens after a storm is that our routers, they need power. You're going to be able to plug your router into your river, and you're still going to be able to have internet to be able to stream movies, do work after a storm on the computer, keep the kids busy, get on the computer, all that sort of stuff that you wouldn't have if you were out of the power. But the river will plug in your router and give you that internet that you need.
Excellent, excellent. There is an 18-month warranty that is included with your purchase. If you want to extend that and add a Protection Plus, we can give you the details with our sales reps. We've got anything from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 more years. That's another peace of mind moment. If you'd like to add that, our sales reps can help you out with that. And don't forget about financing. So here's the thing. I mentioned it's $60 off today. This is our last airing at this price. I got confirmation from the actual vendor. There will not be another airing at $5.99. It will be $6.59 moving forward, and free shipping to your door. And this is not, you know, super light. It's not. It's light in that it's easy to work with. It's actually, I'm looking for the weight of this thing. It's probably weighs
11
about
pounds.
11 pounds.
11 pounds. It's about the size of a gallon of milk.
That's true. It's surprisingly compact. VIP financing. If you have an HSN card, you can spread this over the next 9 months. So you get it for $66.66 today by using VIP financing. If you use any other major credit card, debit card, or PayPal, the fifth flex makes it only $119.99. And again, if you are just tuning in, this is probably the most important purchase you may ever make here at HSN. We want you to be safe. We want your family to be safe. We want your pets and your kids to feel comfortable in the event of an emergency. But let's talk about some of the more fun ways you might use this on hunting trips and fishing trips and a boating trip and the tailgating parties, all those things too.
Yeah, you know, it's great because we're coming up on summertime, or we're in summer right now. I think today's the first day of summer. And, you know, we've got 4th of July coming up. So if you want outdoor entertainment, you want to put the projector in the backyard, show a movie or something like that, or you want to go out and do a bonfire in the middle of a field somewhere, you don't need to be tethered to a wall or tethered to your car anymore. You take your River EcoFlow and you're going to be able to power 11 devices at the same time, that 116,000 milliamps. We have really harnessed the power of your traditional gas generators into a battery power generator with that ease and power and portability of on-demand power when you want it, when you need it. You see here where we have these AC wall outlets. We're plugging things in. We're going to be able to run the fan again. We've got our light for over 100+ hours.
100 hours of light. Think about that. I remember last year when I came home from Irma, I was one of the very few streets that actually had power. Everybody around me, it was black, and all I could hear were generators just for 5 days. When you think about how quickly your house becomes uncomfortably warm, to have a fan and some air movement is amazing, but to have light for days, it's not, and that's on one charge on this puppy. So it's really powerful. If you think about the portable chargers for our phone, those can be, I think the most powerful one I've seen is 20,000. This is 116,000 milliamps, giving you so much more power. I mean, it's essentially the same power as a $1,000 generator.
That's right, and you know, like you said, you can't really put a price on peace of mind or a sense of security, and this is really going to give you that sense of security. It is going to hold that charge in case you don't use it, but you want to be able to use it inside in case you only use it once a year for the natural disasters, and you put it in your garage, which we don't suggest because you can use this, as I told you, for your router, for your computer, your charging stations. You take it to the office, to the work site, so you're going to be able to use this immediately. This is power for anyone, anytime, anywhere, and it's so simple to use. It truly is plug and play. You take it out of the box, you press power, and you start plugging devices in, up to 11 at a time here. As you can see here, we've got 4 USB chargers. Those are most common. They're going to charge your tablets, your phones. 2 quick charges that are going to double time charge all of your, your tablets, your iPhones, all that sort of stuff. Your 2 USB-C ports, those are your Android, your gaming devices, your DC ports, and then on the back, this is where it is worth its weight in gold.
I agree.
Nobody else has this. Right here, this is going to be your 2 AC wall outlets right here. You plug those in. Pretty much anything that you can plug into your walls at home, you can plug into here. Your medical devices, your mini fridges, your lamp for 100 hours, your fans, your routers, your computers, your laptops, you name it. It goes in right here, and you can power almost anything that a gas generator will power, and they only have 2 or 3 outlets. The River will power 11.
A gas generator, gas being the word, they power 2 things at the same time?
Just a couple things. Some of them only 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, but I've never seen more than that, and it's only those things. You don't get the other 9 outlets on the front that you do in a gas generator. You have to go plug those in somewhere else, like your little power banks that are not powerful at all.
No, they aren't, and they use up that power in a minute. I know we have a clock on the screen, and here's why. We have 125 of these available. And I don't say that to be like dramatic. I just feel so good knowing I ordered mine last week. I, for years, wanted a generator because we have these crazy storms that come through every single season. And it's not just Florida that deals with hurricanes. The rest of the country, in the winter, we deal with blizzards up north. We deal with tornadoes throughout the year. We've got floods everywhere, fires. And then, you know, emergencies happen, and it's not that we want, I hope none of us ever have to even use it, quite frankly. But if you do, gosh, it's just a lifesaver. I think it's important to understand that little mini fridge that you had over there. I mean, to be able to protect and, you know, certain medications, like you suggested, certain things need to be kept cold. And without power, you know you don't have an ice maker, you know you don't have a refrigerator, but you can have options when you've got the power behind it. So with a clock on the screen and a little bit, about 100 of these available, this is the last airing that's going to be a $60 savings for you. So either one payment of, you know, $119.99 or $66 by using HSN cards and using VIP financing. Everybody gets free shipping. This is the case. The solar panel is available. I think we have 60.
So let me just show you the solar panel one more time. You know, this is the solar panel right here, and you are going to be able to go completely off